All right, let's do a little makeup. I forgot to do my brows. Hold on. Now that's better. I had put on the brow wax and I forgot to do my brows. Here's my compact. I start with contour. You don't have to start with contour, but it's my favorite. I like to work darkest to lightest when it comes to applying this makeup. And so I always like to start with my contour. But another reason I like to start with my contour is so it can sit on my skin and kind of warm up, and it just makes it easier to blend. So if you have trouble blending your contour, apply it first and then let it sit kind of while you do some other things, and then it should be good to go. Shadow on the forehead, chisel out some cheekbones, enhance those cheekbones. Gonna enhance, I almost dropped my palette. Enhance the jawline a little bit. I like to get right here just to create that shadow, which gives that little bit that we all have right there. Makes it less noticeable. All right, so once contour is done, let's go in with my camo color. I've got capillaries, I've got some redness, and you can see these large pores. So I have to go in with something a little bit darker. And the reason I go in with something darker is because I can wear less product here, but get the coverage that I need. You have texture to your skin, or redness, or a camo color, need to camouflage some areas. If you use that darker color, I need to lift this up a little bit. You get to wear less product, but get the coverage that you need. If you're wearing something that's too light, it's going to enhance your texture and you're gonna have to use more product. Like I'm using the tiniest amount of mango. So if I put that all over, you'd be like, Misty, something's not right here. I have a little bit into amber and I'm gonna put it underneath this contour here just because I don't really need a lot of coverage. I just need a little bit of something to even out the skin tone. Not really camouflage anything. I'm gonna go demi under the eye in just a second, but I just like to put a little bit of product here. Just helps everything blend together. I can go amber or sandy. Like it doesn't really matter here. Okay, I had to change that setting. It was on that one that blurred the background, but it was also blurring my face. Yes, it looks a little wonky. It looks splotchy, but let's blend these highlight colors together. So I'm just gonna take my brush that I applied and I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna soften where that amber and that mango meet, and then we'll focus on the contour. So you can see that I've got some coverage there. Now I'm gonna take this contour and I'm gonna tap and sweep. That's my 2 words. I always say tap and sweep. If you swirl and you're just gonna push this makeup all over your face, but if you tap and sweep it, you're going to soften and blend without moving it around too much. So I'm just gonna tap where those highlights meet that contour. Same thing on my cheek. Don't forget your jawline. I'm actually guilty of that. All right, that easy. Highlight, contours are blended. Let's go ahead and do some demi. Let's get this under eye. So I have a little bit of amber here, but I've got discoloration here. I've got this little sunken place here. We're gonna dress that and we're gonna dress my eyelid. I like to use our smudge brush. You can use your finger. It's really what works best for you. But I'm gonna tap into Y01, which is this yellow orange color here, and I'm gonna use Y1. Those are the 2 that I use the majority of the time. And I'm gonna go in and where I've got the most discoloration, I'm gonna tap that Y01 there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this lid. A little bit of this goes a long, long, long way. So you can see the difference in this eyelid and that eyelid. And come under. And then let's brighten and get rid of that little crevice that we all get right there. So basically I'm just brightening that shadow. Take my finger and tap it. Now I can't change the texture of the skin. I can't change that there, but you can see already, hold on, I can't see good in my phone, that by just brightening and using the right color, it's giving like a lifted effect and it's taking away that right there. All right, so let's take care of this one here. Okay, so I normally don't get to wear a pretty bright under eye just because I have texture. Now you can see that skin is still there, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not as noticeable and it's a little bit brighter. It's also easier for me to brighten just in general sometimes with Demi. Let's move on to bronzer because you know your girl loves some bronzer. So this is Bella Bronzer. I'm just gonna stamp it on and then I'm gonna blend everything in. A little bit of blush. This is Hollywood. She's been my go-to lately. I go back and forth between Hollywood and Frenchie. You know, I'm not a big blush person. I say that all the time, but I'm really not. But I need a little bit of something. Okay, eyes are done. I'm gonna set today with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Get it out, Misty. Just on my little perfector sponge. I'm just gonna dab on my face. Cream makeup needs to be set, so if you wear cream makeup, you need to set lightly with a setting powder or a setting spray. Doesn't take much, just set it in place. A little bit of lip liner on. The color, this is by NYX matte lip liner in the color London. I have been looking for that one for like ever. Little Hollywood, topped with rose gold. Okay, there you have it. Easy makeup routine. You can always visit the link in my bio. My color match form is always there, the link that's in my profile, and I'd be happy to match. Shoot me a message, reach out to me.